Wendy, can you tell us about the people in the photograph, please?
Right. Well, this is a photograph that was taken during the war. As you can see, I'm here only about 4. And my father, who is this man, and his brother, both worked on the farm. This gentleman, my Uncle Harry, actually married a Land Army girl who had come from London, from Crystal Palace. At the end of the war, he went and lived there with her for the rest of his life. This country boy gave up his country life and went and lived in Crystal Palace. And this lady is the owner of the farm's daughter. And as you can see from the way I'm looking at her, I thought she was the cat's whiskers. And if I could wear trousers like that one day and a white shirt and be as posh as she was, I really thought that was my aim in life. This lady and this lady were the 2 Land Army girls who actually billeted with us. This one was called Gwen and this one was called Elsie. And they shared a bedroom in our house because they preferred that to living in the big hostel with 20 or 30 other girls. But many of them preferred living in the hostel because they had a little more freedom of when they could come and go, when they could. There were dances, many local dances up at the village, and transport was arranged, horse and cart again, and they went up there because that's where they met the American soldiers and obviously the British ones as well. But these 2 were quieter and didn't want to go out quite so much. But it shows you the the way we were. The dog is my uncle's dog. He always had a lovely dog. And my father looked so young, I can't believe. But if I was about 4 or 5, then he was only 26 or 7. So he was young. But when he's your dad, they're always old, aren't they?
That's right, yes. And has he got a cigarette in his hand?
Oh, yes, I'm afraid he has. He did smoke in those days, and so did my uncle, so did my grandmother.
Everybody did, didn't they?
Everybody did. It was considered the thing to do and nobody worried about
And
it.
it was supposed to be good for you, they used to say.
Well, it relaxes you, doesn't it? I have to admit that the fact that my grandmother smoked so heavily put me off smoking, and I have never smoked. So for that, I thank her. But she always had brown fingers and she coughed. But she did me the favour of saying, I never want to smoke. But in those days, as you can see, all I thought about was this posh young lady who had a horse and
a nice clean white shirt.
And a lovely clean white shirt, yes. And I had a little, it was a plaid pixie hood. That was what the children wore a lot because they were warm, they were cosy, and mine was a bright red plaid. I think I wore it for donkey's years, I can remember. But, they're in their green and brown uniform, and that's how the girls worked.
Okay, well that's brilliant, Wendy. Thank you very much indeed. That's great.
Thank you.